Hello and welcome to Anime Anonymous. I'm CJ.
And I'm Ace.
And this week we are feeding your addiction with a retro pick by, I'm horrible at names. What's his name?
His name is Carlos. So shout out to you. This is his recommendation, Ninja Scroll.
Yeah. So this, I feel like everybody has at least seen this once, or at least bits and pieces of this. But quick rundown on it. Came out in 1993, and I feel like it should be called something else Scroll, because there was not a lot of ninjaing, in my opinion. But before we get into it, first, let me think. Side note, there we go. The wife, Jess, she watched My Dress Up Darling over the weekend, so she had a quick rating for it, and her rating was 9. So she loved it. Hated the ending episode. She was like, why'd they end it like that? I was like, hey, man, just get you hyped for season 2 if it comes out. She's like, whatever. I didn't like it. So a 9 for her, and then it was a 9.5 for me, and it was a 10 for you. So still high as hell.
Yeah, solid.
But now, I think I'm just going to say this is probably going to be one of our shorter ones. I don't have much to say on this movie. But we can jump into quick thoughts on it and then jump into the full spoilers. So, what do you think of it, Ace?
So, I enjoyed this one. It was very nostalgic for me. I definitely enjoyed in lack of a better word, they didn't sugarcoat the violence. They didn't sugarcoat the deaths, the killing and the violence. Like, you saw, if someone's head got cut off, you saw it get cut off with the sound effects, with the blood. Like, it was very realistic. And I enjoyed that. I haven't really realized how much censoring a lot of the animes are doing now, where it's like, it'll off-screen it, and maybe you'll see, like, a red screen, or they'll off-screen it, and then maybe you'll see, like, blood drip away, but you don't actually see the corpse. Yeah, I guess that was just a change of times, but I really appreciated that, and I think it made the movie, because we watched the anime movie, not the series, a lot better for me. Overall, I think it was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And so it was a very smooth movie to watch, very easy to follow. The action was executed well, choreographed well. The volume was kind of low. I did watch it in dubbed, but it was still very easy to understand and enjoy. I enjoyed it. There were some characters that made me laugh. They had a little spin on the romance a little bit that I enjoyed. That was not the shonen of today-esque romance, so that was enjoyable. And very simple though. So, yeah, it's probably going to be a quick one. Now that I'm like trying to go through some of the stuff in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to just ramble and make it a little bit longer. But yeah, this was simple. Yeah, it's just going to be some parts that I want to share. And yeah, definitely check it out. I think this one definitely should be a classic. And to piggyback on what you said earlier, I think it was a lot more ninja than scroll. So the scroll part, I saw the one
this
girl.
Should have been named something else, bro.
Kaguro, she wrote in the scroll one time to save her village and had this little...
Bro, it wasn't even a scroll. That was like a piece of paper.
Yeah,
like,
that was it. There was nothing
else.
related to a scroll or ninja scrolls
I don't know what this actually translates. I'm too lazy. It's not worth my time. I'm not going to lie.
But yeah, what did you think?
So like,
I was trying to stretch that.
I mean, to be fair, it's not as quote unquote bad as I may have made it sound, right? But this kind of falls into that line of old school movies that I'd watch if it popped up. So when I was younger, like there's this movie called Dead Leaves that used to pop up all the time on I want to say G4, maybe G4, R.I.P.
Yeah, you're OG because I'm looking at you like I have no idea. What
G4 was a great show, and then there was another one called Heavy Metal that I used to watch a lot, and that's like I think from the 1980s. they're not great movies, but they used to pop up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch these. And all of them have random nudity in it for no reason sometimes. It's just, it's really dumb. Like, that's my main takeaway of this is, like, there was more random nudity and stuff
Right.
than actual ninja ink. So, like, that's why I was just like, okay. But I think it's okay. Like, it's definitely a cult classic. Like, a lot of people talk about Ninja Scroll. But yeah, in all honesty, for me, it's an okay movie. The shortest synopsis I can give is Jubei. He's this wandering ninja, but you almost think he's like a wandering samurai. That was one of the top Googled things. Is Jubei a wandering samurai or ninja? Like,
he did give me samurai vibes instead of ninja.
Right? Like a Ronin.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't know... he didn't know ninja stuff.
Yeah.
Straight samurai.
Like, he's just well, whatever. He is kind of roped into fighting like the 8 demons of something. I can't even remember the name of it, which is sad because I just rewatched it in English today because I was like, oh, I wonder how the dub sounds. But yeah, like it's that's it. Like
I thought it was just 8 demons.
Yeah, that's it. Just eight. Yeah, it's like 8 demons. Well, because they're all under the immortal dude.
Genma?
Genma. Yeah. So that's basically it. It's like him, some old dude, and the Kagero, the girl that Ace already talked about, going against these demons, right? So now spoilers. Again, this is gonna be mad short. I feel like we're gonna talk about the recommendations more than this.
Yeah.
But like, so my biggest gripe, which I already mentioned, is like there wasn't a lot of actual ninja ing. Like, there's more fighting and stuff, which I guess ninjas technically aren't out here trying to like throw hands, but like the fighting in this was very short. Like I didn't feel any like tension.
Oh yeah, no.
The fights weren't long enough for tension. Like literally, something happens.
Cling, cling, cling. Done.
Dead. Oh, rock armed guy. Oh, I'm gonna have relations with this woman. And then he's just gone. Like, right. And then like the blind swordsman. Oh, you're gonna take me over here because I'm blind. Ooh,
that was a quick fight. Yeah,
it was like
it was just running.
It's like, oh no, man, I died. Like the I'm trying to think who do they fight before the
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, which was disgusting.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Like he has hornets in his back. Which I don't know how that works, but he dies because he
drowns.
Yeah,
and then they're trying to escape.
Well, he dies because what's his name? Jubei.
Yeah,
he cuts the thing off. No, he cuts the branch. He falls in the water, and then the hornets inside of him start stinging him to try and get out.
Right. Yep.
So it's like I don't know, and we have jumped all over this movie already, so I apologize. But like, there really isn't much plot to this. So you meet Jubei really quickly. Some bounty hunters or whatever get mad at him because he does a job for 20 silver instead of what, like 300 gold or 100 gold, something like that.
Yeah, it was probably like 100 gold or something.
Yeah, and then you go to Kagero, and they're like they're gonna go and
protect their village.
Yeah, and they're trying to like infiltrate this one spot. They all die due to rock guy. His name Tessai or Tessai, something like that. It's Tessai. I just don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Tessai. There you go. Like I don't know how physics work with his weapon because he throws it, and every time you see it, it goes straight forward, comes back like a boomerang. But then there's other times where he throws it, and then it curves, comes down. Like I don't know how it came. He threw it south. it's supposed to come back north, but then he went east and it dropped and came to I don't know. I don't understand. His only superpower is supposed to be his skin, but apparently he can manipulate gravity. I don't know.
Yeah, that one time when he was trying to, well, pretty much when he captured Kagura,
Yeah.
he threw it north. She's like she's zigzagging.
Yeah.
He
also she can't hear. You
right.
can't hear that.
She can't hear it. He blitzes her, passes her, stands next to the tree, catches her,
and then catches it coming from the east,
and it goes down.
That's what I was literally just saying. Like, it goes down and it came from the west or the east, wherever.
Right.
It did not follow a straight line like it did every other time. It made no sense.
And then I was just looking at the screen like, don't really understand how that worked, but she's captured and the plot can move forward. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And then, like, when he fights Jubei the next time, he punches through the wall and smacks him. And then I'm like, oh, he's just going to walk through this wall. No, my man clearly walked back, got enough speed so he could roll through the wall, and then stops in front of him. I'm like, you're not even going to, like, run him over? Like, I was like, what was the point of that? Just to look cool? Like, I don't understand.
To show off his skin strength, I guess.
I guess. And I don't know. And then Jubei, he's supposed to have no powers, but I think he has powers. You know why? Because this man be making sparks with every time he hits his sword on something.
That's his power.
No, he realistically does it. But every time he like swipes it, it's like, oh, he's doing it so fast. And then there's other times, like when he was in the water with the bee guy.
Mm-hmm.
How he has no superpowers. So how did he send a cut through water, which is heavy, so it's very hard to move in water, send it through water, cut through the water, go up like 10 feet to cut a branch?
And I think he did still cut a ligament on that cut as well.
I don't know, bro. But I don't know.
I thought that was his samurai skill.
Yeah.
He was giving me
Zoro. He ain't even
vibes.
a samurai.
I know,
He's not
right?
a samurai. See? So you take one away, all right? Like, he's a ninja. But he's the worst ninja ever. Like, he's not clandestine at all.
He did no ninja moves. Literally every single villain did a ninja move. The villagers did ninja moves. Even the Daquan, the guy that the old
guy,
that
turned into a tree.
That was pretty funny. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
and then he has the Wukong staff. I was like, I like
and
this
the
guy.
shadow guy's like, oh, he teleported. Crazy. Like, and then he just like goes into a shadow and leaves, which is cool because that reminded me of Ninja Assassin, which I like that movie. That movie's a great movie. Mm-hmm. Gory as heck for no reason. Like, the same thing as this. People do not bleed like that. Like when Rock Dude ripped off a guy's arms and just
cool.
drinking it like it's a 2-liter Coke. I'm like, bro. Body parts don't work like that.
Yeah, I was like, that's a lot of blood coming just from an arm. Hey,
I don't know, bro.
I ain't in biology or a science person. So maybe I'm just mistaken, but I'm just like,
I'm not a science guy.
Yeah, I stick to the numbers.
I tell people all the time, I don't have to be an architect. I could look at something and be like,
that ain't right.
That ain't right. Something is not right there. Like, I'm trying to think who else. That was probably my favorite. I'll say that. Who was your favorite villain?
My favorite villain?
Yeah.
Well, I can go through the ones that were not. So let's see. Gemma was not that good for me, even though he was the final villain.
Yeah.
Then the Benisato. Okay, when the snake came out her vagina.
Yeah, I called that.
I was like,
I called that. She got the cooch snake.
Yeah, I was like, that's different.
That's her.
Was not expecting that. I didn't see this before, so I went into this blind.
Oh, I didn't remember. I remembered certain parts. Like, I remembered when Rock Dude capped Kaguro and was trying to like do stuff with her. I remembered that. Mm-hmm. I remembered his slicing thing. I remembered Genma, but I didn't remember certain parts.
Yeah. So the snake woman with the snake coming out of her vagina and biting Kaguro. That was entertaining, but she was a trash villain. Zakuro, she gets pretty much electrocuted for failing to complete her kills. She didn't even...
No, that's Benisato.
That was Benisato again?
Yeah, Zakaru is the one who blew up on the ship.
I thought Zakuro was the one that blew them off the mountain. So she had...
Yeah, she did.
But she didn't even confirm the death.
No, she didn't. That's why blind dude, or not blind dude, the electric guy was like, you're an idiot, you didn't confirm it, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was like, you're useless, leaves her, right?
Yeah.
And then later on, he dies to...
Oh, to her.
To her, and she's like, oh, he must have stepped in my trap. But the only reason she killed him because he pissed her off, because he was like, I don't want you, you're disgusting to me.
Right.
Like, so she was like, you bet, die.
Sure.
And then she's like, oh, no, I guess he stepped in my trap. Oh, geez. Like,
yeah. Trash. She was a horrible villain. Shijima, I like the shadow skills. And I like the clone jutsu with the little thing. Like the little Naruto clones. I enjoyed his moves, but he was still kind of trash.
All of them were trash. Yeah. It's literally pick your least trash that you think.
I'm gonna have to say Tessay was my most enjoyable villain. I feel like he just had the most deaths. They were like
stacked up. Yeah,
like I enjoyed when he threw and he was slicing and dicing and bodies were just falling. I'm like, you're tough. And then he had the little body armor, skin rock stuff, and he was like giving the main character Jubei, some difficulty on that.
He was bodying him.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. Oh, bro, when he had him against that stone, and he was
just punching through. I'm like, he should have been dead.
Yeah,
this man is punching you with a stone body, and he's punching you so hard that he breaks the stone pillar behind you, and you're not dead. You're just like, hey man, like, it's cool, we're even. Like, I'm like,
it hurts. Just stop.
You would have had 17 fractures. Like, you've been internal bleeding out the wazoo.
Maybe that was his power. Because when he headbutted the final enemy,
he did it. If you didn't know it,
he had that little jewel.
Yeah, that's Kaguro. See, that's him using Kaguro's thing to get revenge. Stupid.
It has no support to why he was able to bash this man's face and not injure himself. He didn't have no leaking blood.
No.
From at all.
Headband.
The fact that you supporting this, I know you're being sarcastic, but I'm like,
that's what they're trying to do. They're like, oh, that's him and her united to take him down. Like, it's so, like, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
my favorite is
your favorite villain?
Yeah, Shijima. You know why? Ninja assassin.
Shadow mode.
And also, he got his leg cut off. Didn't care and just hopped away.
Bro, that was funny.
Me up. He was just like...
he was booking it out of there, though.
That man was so fast. I was like, he did not just lose a leg and just run faster than Jubei, who has 2 legs.
He really got away, though.
He did.
Off of one leg.
Bruh, he ran away, had enough time to hop his dark self back, kidnap Kaguro.
Right.
Hop back over and set a trap, bro.
I'm like, how on one leg he's chasing through the canyon?
Because he's a ninja.
He's able to fake a bloody path with a injured dog or fox. Confused Jubei had literally him so far away that he was able to come out of a tree and capture what's her name, Kaguro.
Bro,
I'm like, he's
the ninja.
He's the real ninja.
He's the only ninja in this show. Bro.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. And then...
Except for the ninjas that got waxed at the beginning. Because they were throwing kunai.
I was so disappointed. So disappointed in how easily they fell down. Yeah. This was an interesting one. I enjoyed it, though. I don't know if I can give it a highest rating as
some of the ones that we've seen.
Yeah, that... I can't really do that.
I don't believe in some of these ratings I've seen. They have it like 99.4 and all this, 94 out of 100,
9.8.
Yeah, 9.88 we saw.
I'm like, Yeah, y'all are obviously lying. But because it's nothing based on our criteria, like when it comes to like the music, the animation, the plot, the characters' growth, and stuff like that, that was not really demonstrated in this movie, but it was entertaining. Like even the random and the random sexual stuff
That threw me off. I was just like, "There's no need for this."
Was hilarious. It was just like random moaning. It was their own version of someone having sexual intercourse with the behind the little what is it called? The little Chinese, Japanese.
I want to say it's Tenma, but don't quote me. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like,
and then it's just
the
a
candlelight
silhouette
is showing silhouette.
Yeah, and he's just watching the silhouette. I'm like,
well, no, that was Kaguro. She was reporting to the leader, and then they go into the room. They show you her cheeks,
right?
And he's going,
and I'm
like, so dumb.
What's the
this
point?
Is so dumb.
Yeah, I was like, what's the point of this scene right here?
You couldn't just have him go and report to her,
right?
And like
in the morning,
like, and then she was pissed because he was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do anything." Like, but he's just like getting it done at the same time. It's like he could have just been sitting on the throne and be like, "Nah, get out of here," and then she could still be pissed. Like,
right. Yeah, so that one was funny, but random. Didn't really follow it, but it was in there. And then the poison so pretty much Jubei got poisoned by the old Wukong staff having Da Quan is his name. And he forces him to work under him to kill these demons because he already killed one, so a whole bunch of other ones are going to end up following him. And that scene where he's like, you need to have sex with Kaguro so you can have your life saved. Daquan tells Kaguro, this is how you save him. Poison with poison. And it ends up being, I understand the romance a little bit in it, but I enjoyed the difference because it was a different type of save. Because she's immune to the poison, that's how she's able to use poison to...
Well, no, her body is literally... She's a living poison bottle. That's what she is. She was a poison taster. So every time she would taste stuff to make sure that the leader wasn't getting anything poisoned. So her
she
body...
high immunity.
Yeah, her body... She's immune to all poison because she's eaten so much poison. But that's also the reason, like, literally she can't kiss anybody, she can't do anything because she is 100% poison.
Okay.
So she'll kill anybody. Which they did this even in Baki, like to cure a poison, he was hit with more poison. So it's the same exact thing in this. Like, so to cure this poison, you have to hit it with a stronger poison, which is her. Like, she's poison incarnate, basically.
Yeah, so in my head, I'm thinking, so now you just got two different poisons in your body.
Yeah, well, that's how that works. Like,
so I was like, I ain't a scientist, but I don't think that's right. But yeah, that was, I enjoyed it, but it was some of the things I was like, all right, maybe I just need to just sit here and enjoy the movie because some of this logic, they were just trying to move the plot, which I ain't mad at.
Yeah, plus, like, her reasoning for falling for him, like this all happens in like 2 days.
Yes.
How do you fall in love with a dude in 2 days? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm done. I'm telling you right now. I watched it and I was just like, yeah, this is as mid as when I first watched this. Like, it's just there. Like, you have nothing better to do, you can watch this.
But it's enjoyable.
Or you could rewatch something
else. It's weird. Like, it was nothing special, but it was enjoyable.
Well, in that case, boom. Perfect segue. What are you rating this then?
Because I want you guys to watch it, I'm going to rate it a 7.5. Not a 9 or 9.8 or a 10. Like I saw on some of these anime review websites. It is a solid 7.5. It's a great time. I think it's an hour and a half. Just watch it, enjoy it, and call it a day. I think it's a solid 7.5. It did nothing special. Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. But it was solid. And it's 1993. So, yeah. 7.5. How about you?
5.
A 5?
Mid. I told you, when I first watched this years ago, I thought it was mid. You want some more, there's nothing more mid than mid. 5. Like, the action wasn't that good. The characters
It was
were boring.
good. It was just short.
No, even the short, like, no, it wasn't good. Like, I've seen ones where, like, it'll happen in maybe, like, 10 seconds, but it's good. Like, perfect example, Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Okay. That ending part, it is literally one slash. That is it. One slash. That one slash is better action than anything in this movie. Because my man is like, they show you his what is it? Basically like his motivation. Like he is squeezing out everything. Ounce, yeah. My man is bleeding out of every pore to hit this one chick. That gave me more tension than this whole movie did. I was just like, oh, bet they're fighting. Oh, okay. He won.
Okay, yeah. It was no sense of tension or fear or any type of... You didn't have time to even worry about the character.
There was no tension.
It was too fast.
There's nothing... There was no time for any of it to build up. And then, again, the main character, it's not like he's, like, even OD. Like, you can't just be like, yo, he out here finessing. No, he get wrecked.
Yeah, he's just average surviving samurai ninja.
Yeah, and the only one thing I can say is like he sometimes uses his wit as like to defeat the blind guy. He used the sword because he couldn't hear it, so it was there. Like, and then again, like I guess you could say he used his wit on Genma to like keep killing him long enough till the whole boat went on ablaze and stuff.
I think that was fluke. That was luck.
I don't. Again, that's what I'm saying. You could say that, but like that, no. Like I don't know. And then the old guy was just annoying. Yeah. Kaguro was more of a hoe than she was a ninja. Like, which is sad because she can't even sleep with people or else they die. But she slept with 2 people. One of them died, so there's a 50-50 there. Like. Yeah, it's just mid. It's a mid anime movie. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way and recommend it. I'm not gonna go out of my way and not recommend it. I'm like, oh, okay, it's there. Like if I have a friend ask me, I'm like, what are you into? What are you looking for? You just want to watch something? Sure, you can watch this. Like if you're looking for a plot, not this. Not a good plot. Looking for really good action sequences? Nope, not this either. Music,
going in.
Like music was non-existent. Like, yeah, it's just mid.
Yeah, it was quiet.
Yeah, it's mid. Like the sound design was okay. The best sound design in the whole thing happened at the beginning with Tessai's spinning blade thing.
Yeah, which was cool.
Yeah, that was the only like good sound design or fighting. I think the
Tessai scenes made the movie for me.
Yeah, and he got waxed in 5 minutes. So
he was there throughout the whole movie.
Tessai died. What are you talking about? In the first 10 minutes.
Wait, hold on. The rock guy?
The rock guy died in the first
Maybe
10 minutes.
Maybe I'm just a huge fan of Tessai.
He goes and saves Kaguro.
Yeah.
Old dude, electric guy's like, you can't chase him. Then literally 2 minutes later, he punches him through a wall. And then he starts falling apart. He cuts him in half.
I enjoyed it. And I think that's what is so memorable is just that fight.
Yeah, so the first 10 minutes are the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's mid. But what's not mid is 2 recommendations we have. So I have a recommendation from both Jack and HMG.
Okay.
So you can pick. Technically, they both recommended these, but Jack suggested one first, and then HMG suggested one. But they were both like, "Oh yeah, those are 2 good ones."
Okay.
So, first one, HMG, Dead Man Wonderland. This I watched this. It's actually, you want to talk about kind of blood? This is a blood anime.
I think I've heard of that one.
Dead Man Wonderland is decent. The synopsis: this kid basically gets framed for killing his whole class. Goes to this prison, right? That's that one. I will say, like, I enjoyed it because I've seen both of these, but I enjoyed it. But like, this is one that I might actually go read the manga. This was before I was really into reading mangas, but I might go because they never came out with a season 2. And then the second one is Goblin Slayer season 1, which again is another kind of gruesome one, to be honest. Because like when you were saying like, oh, you know, a lot of anime nowadays hide it, I'm like, you have not seen a lot of these animes because there are a lot of them that don't. Like,
I just want to say I seen both of them, so this one's pretty easy. I think because I enjoyed Goblin Slayer a lot, I'm gonna pick Goblin Slayer. Dead Man Wonderland was solid. I think it was nothing. Was it overhyped? I don't remember.
Dead Man Wonderland? No, not really. Okay. I mean, it was one that people were watching during the season, but like I don't remember it ever being like hyped. I know a lot of people weren't a huge fan of like how it progressed.
It was nothing really that stood out. Like the blood powers were cool. They were different. I enjoyed that. I don't think the plot was anything special from just memory. But I remember the Goblin Slayer. That was fire.
Yeah, that one started out. A lot of people have so many mixed thoughts about the first episode of Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, I think I do remember the controversy on that.
Yeah.
And I think they both came out around the same time.
No.
Well, I think I watched them around the same time.
Goblin Slayer came out, like 2 years ago? Dead Man Wonderland, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 at least. Hold on, let me look at it because we have nothing but time. Dead Man
I really
Wonderland.
thought Dead Man. Well, I can tell you for sure. When I saw Goblin Slayer,
2011.
Okay, I was wrong, but Dead Man.
I was like, wait, was I in college? I was like, now that I was thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute. Where was I? I was like, hold on, this is older than I think it is.
All right, well, I was mistaken on that, but I personally watched them around the same time. And Goblin Slayer was definitely more enjoyable, in my opinion. So I'm going to choose Goblin Slayer for sure. So who was that?
Whole 7 year.
Was that Jackson?
Jack did. They technically both gave 4, or they gave 4. But one that Jack did, that's a punishment one. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. It's a punishment one because technically I punished them with it first.
See, I feel like you're setting us up for failure.
Well, no, because so they do a Patreon exclusive one, right?
Okay,
right.
Or
they do Patreon exclusive episodes. Like there's one every month,
okay.
And it ain't my fault. I'm not the only patron for them. They have others, and they put it up to vote. Every time, everybody picks the worst one. So, like, he had one, and it wasn't. He was like, I need one more. And I think, because I do their live streams, I jump in their live streams, and he was like, I need another series. And he was like, I have this, this, and this. And we were talking about something about, like, this anime is awful, right? Okay. I was like, nah, it can't be worse than this. And then he's like, Rick, have you seen this? And he's like, nah, I don't think so. So I type, so the plot is... And they're like, oh, wow. Huh. Well, I guess we'll add that one. Sure enough, everybody voted for it. And they're like, oh, Lord.
Yeah, CJ setting them up. Hey, I just want to personally apologize on behalf of Anime Anonymous. Please don't do this to us.
So, when I asked this morning, I was like, hey, you got a recommendation? He sent me a GIF. I was like, oh, God. It's that anime.
Well, thank you for giving us some quality ones. Yeah, we're definitely going to do Goblin Slayer for sure.
Yeah, so we'll do Goblin Slayer. And then after that, it's going to be fun. So We are coming up on doing this for a year, right? This is 48.
Woo!
So then the next couple ones are gonna be kind of. I just mix both those words up in the same arc, and I want to see. I'll have to get it. I'll get it eventually, or I'll figure it out. I mean, on how to get Jess for the 52, because I want her back on at least for that one. But the next three after Goblin Slayer are going to be their own arc. So you're hearing it first now, right? So after Goblin Slayer, we're going to see Hellsing Ultimate, not Hellsing Ultimate, right? And that will feed your addiction about the gore and stuff, right?
Okay.
Hellsing Ultimate. Then the next one is going to be a little bonus one, right? We like to do every now and then, like live action movies or just movies in general. So it's going to be Dracula Untold. Good Lord, my brain.
I was like, we definitely talked.
Yeah,
about
no.
this.
I was just like, what was it called again? Because I almost said Dracula Abridged. That's
definitely not it.
And then 52. 52,
the 1 year.
The 1 year is going to be hilarious. We are going to be doing Hellsing Abridged. And if you don't know Hellsing Abridged, you got to watch it because it's hilarious. Ace has never seen it.
Yep.
So I'm excited to do it. Jess has seen a couple of them, and she's just like, what the hell is this? So I cannot wait. I thought about this morning. I was like, bruh, that is the 52. Hellsing Abridged, because it is one of the best abridges ever. Like, it's the same crew that did DBZ Abridged, which again, that is hilarious as well. Like, it's a Team 4-star. Okay. Bro, they do so well that you'd swear that is the actual anime. Like, the voice, but it's so funny. So that's the layout for the next few episodes. Until then, as always, thank you guys for hitting us up and listening to us on the different things, whether it's on Spotify, Podbean. I know all those different podcasting networks, hitting us up on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. That has been doing really, really well. The last one had like 100-something likes, so that was really cool to see.
Yeah, thanks guys for that, for sure. That was motivating.
Sure. That's really, really cool. And like I said, the wife is the one running that one, so she is having a lot of fun doing that. So all the feedback is really cool for both me and her and all of us. And then, like Ace mentioned last time, he's doing the YouTube.
Yes.
That's been doing decently.
Well.
Like, yeah. I mean, it's just really started, and we're getting views on that. So thank you to everyone. As always, if you guys have any questions, any feedback, any recommendations, hit us up on any of those platforms. You want to email us for some reason, hit us up on xanimeanonymousx@gmail.com. But until then, I am CJ.
And I'm Ace.
And we will catch you next AA meeting.
On YouTube, Rumble, and Audience.